This meeting is being
We back, y'all. It's Friday.
Friday, that
We
we
got
just
some
hit
interesting to talk about.
did
What?
talk about the
So,
did
in light of the recent headlines, let's listen to this, and I want to see what y'all's opinion is. Um, and I want to see how y'all think he feels after what we heard today. Because this was before the news.
Melania's. Oh yes. Oh, So listen. So there's that girl. Hey, how you doing, Miss Trump? And let her.
This is an adult episode, y'all. Adult episode.
I just kicked him out as soon as I saw Charleston White. I said, "You got to go."
his face need to say R-rated.
Adult episode. Adult episode.
As soon as he started talking about Melania, like, Chance, get out of here. You don't need to hear nothing this man is saying.
Feel it, and then now they making eye contact with each other. And Trump a freak too. You can't be a billionaire and not be a freak sexually. Man, I know reality. I know men. These men party together or fuck together. That's why they party together. That's why we party with the people we party with. It's somebody now we want to fuck. If we being real, he's innocent. They telling me.
Let that be the reason. Till you on mute.
If my neighbor see me kicking my wife's ass, they ain't got no business button in. Baby, you all right? If she say, I'm all right, leave us alone. Now, if she holler, help, y'all join in. But Cassie never holler for help. You can't, you can't tell me I got $1 billion.
I was trying to run away.
No, she's
going to the elevator.
She was stealing a high dollar bag during the sexual freak off we all agreed upon. She done got mad behind closed doors.
I don't know.
Now look, Lucinda. You was kind of saying the same thing.
What?
He was being punished for being a freak.
Yeah, he was.
So when do you agree with what he's saying?
Him saying she wanted to steal a bag.
That's the video that they released.
He was really beating them.
He was trying to get away. She wasn't running trying to steal a bag. The girl was tired of the freak offs. That's what it was. She didn't want to do it no more. And he wanted to force her back in there. He should have just let her go.
And called up what's the other one? Jenny?
A lot of females have been in agreement with that, but he was mind controlling.
What video you've seen? Rob, pull up the video.
Man, I seen that
She's
video.
running.
She's stealing his bag. She didn't buy that bag. That's a theft. Bitch, give me my bag. Where you going?
Oh, you're thinking.
Give me my shit. Give me my shit. You get on back here.
You think this is okay?
Yeah.
Charleston.
Man, that's his woman. How can you tell that man he can't do that? Man, that ain't my daughter. Why can't I say, man, ain't? So, because,
you have a daughter?
Yes. So listen, I also got some friends who they women is okay with that being happening because they're in this toxic relationship. This is not a normal relationship that America's thinking about. This is.
I see why he gets so many views.
He's fucking
crazy.
But nah, like
I mean, but he do speaking some facts. Like, I got friends that's okay with this. Like, they beat their women. I'm staying out of that. So, which is true.
But
yeah,
but he actually did do some good in his community, yo.
That's about it.
Talking about that.
People just know him for this outlandish stuff he be saying.
And that's why they say some of us is crazy, because he's acting a plum fool.
But it's a character.
Yeah,
drug infused, both of them using drugs at a high level of extent. In the ghetto, this is normal. But they do it for rich people, this is not normal. Rich people do it on the inside. Rich people beat their wives on the inside. He just so happened to catch up, and he didn't beat her. He said, give me back my shit, kicked her, and drug her back in there, and they finished fucking. Ain't nothing like fighting and fucking to make up. Best orgasm in the world. They made songs about it. We break up to make up. That's all that is. You don't see her coming back out that room. She said like, another woman there, they were having sex. She went back in and started back having sex again. She didn't come out that room. The male prostitute said she called the book. She been having fun like a motherfucker. So She was compensated for what y'all sold.
What was the guy's name? Punisher or something like
Yeah.
that?
The Punisher.
So
I wonder why
she
they
was
call that nickname. It's
Shit,
very weird.
he got a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
So she was compensated for what we saw. So they put together this
$20
plan.
million or something.
Yeah, plus another 20 coming from the hotel.
Oh, another 20 coming from the
That came
hotel.
out in trial. So imagine this. Everybody been
Ooh,
knowing
she got
about
how
this.
much?
Why was they silent for
20?
so long? Because this has always been rumored.
They said more than that.
10 years old tape. They've been knowing about this.
Yeah.
The feds was on a goose hunt. And they blew a case. So they went and put together this big mafia type conspiracy RICO trial for a guy and his wife being freaky, his girlfriend being freaky.
See, I did. I
And
agree
agreement with
with
this.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
People got to realize and understand he was not charged with domestic violence, assault and battery. He was not charged with that. He was charged with, what is it? The Mann Act and flying women across state line or whatever, trafficking or whatever. So he wasn't charged for abuse and beating and assault.
Was he wrong for flying in male prostitutes? No. What's wrong with flying somebody in to have sex? I thought that's what rich people do to have sex. How they get there to you? How you fly your girlfriend, your other woman on the side that you don't want your wife knowing about? How they supposed to get to you? And you ain't supposed to give them no money when y'all get to fucking. I'm take care of my little money. This my little bitch, I be fucking. I take care of her, even though she do this. So how can I go and say this is a sex worker? Shit, they people ain't never identified as sex workers. They freaking having sex. So now our government get to rule in the bedroom. It's a clear case of government ruling in the bedroom. What I did outside that hotel, the jury said not guilty.
You think he recorded all those guys? That is, you think he's got
Yes.
the tape on all those people?
The FBI got the tapes when they seized the house.
Oh, no shit.
They seized all of his computers.
Yeah.
And they made it seem like he had a Costco house full of baby oil. He only had a couple bottles. Our government paint a blurred picture about this man. Is he a horrible guy? Yeah. Should he be in prison? No. Should he be held without no bond? No. Every one of us know a guy who slaps his woman, and we don't say shit to him about slapping his woman.
What do you think about Epstein?
He alive somewhere hiding. Prior to his death, there was.
Now he transitioned into Epstein. So hold on. Do y'all agree
No.
with?
I mean, I agree with this. This happens every day, especially in the hood. This shit really happens every day. There are a lot of people in toxic relationships. Rich people really beat their wives in the house. They are more discreet with it. That is true, but it's just that he didn't get charged for the things that he actually did. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Yep. Yep. So that's like we said before, people meeting people online and flying to go meet them and all of that. So what is that going to be? The Mann Act or trafficking or
Right.
whatever?
I don't feel like that's trafficking. And honestly, I mean, like he's just taking care of these women. There are a lot of men out there that take care of women. It's not like they're paying them for sex. It's not like they're going outside on Fig and picking somebody up. Like, no. Men take care of women, and some women are like, if I'm gonna mess with you, you're gonna be paying my rent and stuff like that. That's what he's doing. That's what P. Diddy was doing for all the women that he messed with. All of them, they all just taken care of. It's not like they random people that he going to go pick up on the corner that's a prostitute or like a call girl, which I do know they did call people in. But I feel like all that is just people do it every day. And nobody is sitting facing, well, I don't know how long he facing, but they was really trying to put him away forever, and it's the only stuff that they came forward with.
He was served. He's serving now 4 years, 2 months.
Yeah,
But
and this,
he's
but
gonna
he
get
got,
credited 13 months.
yep, and then he gonna probably get early release. He probably will be in there another year, if that. Then he'll probably be released, have an ankle monitor or something. Like he ain't gonna serve the whole time.
He just, Trump could announce tomorrow morning that he's pardoned, and he just go home. You sentence them, okay? Now I'm pardoning him, and he can go home. Happy holidays.
Yeah.
We'll have a white party. Me and Melania will be there. Don't tell anybody.
People, if y'all don't like what Charleston White is saying, specifically the ghetto community, don't tolerate DV.
That's not
Call it
even
out.
just the ghetto. This everywhere.
See, the thing is too,
Well,
I think
Charleston said the ghetto, so I'm referring to what he said.
some people get stuck in toxic relationship and then families can intervene and then they go back to them. I think that's one reason why some family and friends don't really get involved after a certain time period, because they go back to what they're used to, even though it's sad. But it's that mind, emotional mind beating, that they go back and then they leave when they get ready.
Then they usually die. That's why they don't be want to leave. A lot of people don't be want to take that into account. People really be dying when they try to leave. Like, you just don't see that part. We just don't understand, like, why aren't they leaving? There's a reason. They scared. I mean, it ain't just toxic love. A lot of people be scared because when a lot of women really do leave and walk away, and we've seen it on all these videos we watch, they get unalive. Seriously, end up missing. These
And then
men nowadays don't have no sense in their head.
they get found. The person still controls them, manipulate them, and then they go back to what they used to.
Was I muted that whole time?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what the hell?
To what they used to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just stay single. See a red flag, run before it gets too crazy.
Now, I guess he's going to transition into Epstein.
This is different. P. Diddy
So
wasn't
y'all
messing
should have
with
heard the stuff
me.
he was saying earlier.
Diddy, before you start that, is I hate the fact that they using him as an example. I don't care about his celebrity status or what, but I'm like, now you get all these high profile celebrities doing all of the stuff he was doing. Are they gonna charge them?
No, they still doing it.
Hard to go get flight records and all of that stuff, and raiding these high profile billionaire homes to figure out what they doing. So
But it's like nothing wrong with what they're doing. I mean, like in some aspects, like Epstein, that's completely different. These were children. These kids were being groomed. These are grown ass women. That's just like saying if I fly to California or Florida to meet a dude, like that is not sex trafficking. Like people do it every day. Millions of people do it every day. You're dating somebody. Oh, I'm gonna fly you. Come fly over to this country with me. Let's have a vacation. Like it's no different. Now, when you start flying children, that's totally different. That's trafficking. That's sex trafficking.
that's why I think I'm just gonna put it out there. I wouldn't be surprised if he get pardoned, because he got some information on Epstein and DJT.
Yeah. No, he'll get pardoned. Don't you got to get sentenced first before you can pardon you?
Huh?
Or convicted, whatever. He'll be pardoned. We'll see that tomorrow. Or Monday.
Some pictures and some videos of all them.
Yeah. What is this?
Already attempts made upon his life in jail. How is it a coincidence that he ended up in jail with suicide, but the autopsy report said his larynx was crushed? You can't do that with suicide. Motherfucker choke you to do that. Why don't the media do Epstein like they do Diddy? We know everything. We know Diddy like to put cum on his nipples for men. Him and Cassie like to suck the cum off. So this is detail. Why we don't know details about Epstein? Where are the children? Where are their stories? Where are their testimonies? Why don't we have open access to Giselle's testimony and her cooperation with the government?
You mean Jelaine? Yeah.
Jelaine.
Yeah,
You know why? Because most of the people went to the island was politicians and powerful people, princesses of Wales, all them types, the real freaks, the evil people.
Right.
Go to an island and have access to children that nobody knows have been kidnapped in the world. The evil people. Those are politicians. Those aren't poor people. Those are not people on drugs. Those are not gangbangers that's doing this. Gangbangers hurt their own people. But it's a group of people that take our children and they disappear, and powerful people have access to them. There's a movie that I question to this day. It's called Sounds of Freedom, Cry of Freedom, about human. I cried watching that movie. I kept walking. I said, oh, man. I said, why don't nobody promote this movie from Hollywood? Why don't our government promote this movie? Why do our government spend so much billions in Ukraine? And why don't we got some real laws for sexual exploitation and sexual abuse? Could they in on it too? So,
hey, that's kind of leading to what we was getting to anyway.
That's true. That's completely true. Prince of Wales. These are really, really prominent people. These are the people that pull the strings behind the scenes that no one knows about.
But then the thing is too, it's crazy because as big as I'm gonna just say scandal, news scandal that it is, we heard about Diddy every day. Diddy, R. Kelly, all of them every day. But now Epstein and what's her name? Just whatever.
Ghislaine.
Maxwell, you don't hear no Democrats talking about her, Republicans talking about the case, independent. You don't hear nobody talking about that. All of them on all sides are involved.
Yeah, all of them, no matter your race.
All of them, I ain't gonna say all, but I'm just saying from all parties and political affiliations. Been to that island, then partied, then probably entertained, and it includes all of that stuff. But it's just crazy that nobody has came and talked about none of it other than the news commentators. None of them.
Yep.
It's like it's like if one of them speak, they know they gonna either get in trouble or they gonna put their name in the forefront to where dirt can be dug up on them.
Yep, they all got dirt.
Look, if I was there, I would have told on all of them. I'm just like.
At the end of that movie, it says that child sex trafficking has surpassed drugs and guns in the world. You don't need to reply. You don't need to re-up with a kid. You catch him at 5, it's a sex slave till he die, unless somebody free it. So you asked me a question earlier. How does a kid survive that with no hope? Agony. It's the resiliency of a child that adults lose throughout life. So so I think our government, everybody full of shit. I wear a hat that says I think everybody's playing. We really ignore the conditions of our children in America. We have some of the most drug-addicted children ever in the history of human existence today. More of our children go to bed hungry or live in abuse, neglect, and is exposed to more violence than any other group of children outside of these third world countries. But there's not a lot of resources, there's not a lot of things put into development. More things are being taken from the kids and given to the gays and the politicians and the interest groups. America's citizens is being robbed by politicians who put capitalism before citizenship.
Capitalism over citizenship.
Yeah. So that's why you hear the media, terms and words are powerful. It's what Hitler used to exterminate a whole group of people. The Consumer Reporting Credit Act stripped us of our citizenship. Because if you go pull my credit, you can go get access to me so you have stripped me of my citizenship. And the media now identifies Americans as the American consumer, not the American citizens. The American consumer. Everything's about a consumer report. Capitalism. They talk socialism, but they really want capitalism. Capitalism supersedes racism.
Capitalism supersedes racism?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
If you get enough money, they don't look at you like you a color. If you come in, man.
Isn't that a good thing?
Isn't that a good thing?
Isn't that a good thing?
Yeah. But what about the people who can't access the capitalism?
A lot of people don't start off with the capital.
Most Americans won't get it and won't start off with it, according to what we're looking at today's Americans.
87% of millionaires are self-made. Most of billionaires, a lot of them inherited the money. Sure, you can put a number to it, but millionaires, 87% are self-made.
They had a different school system that taught critical thinking where they dropped out. This is not the same America that can repeat that again with this group of kids who can barely read on or above their grade level, who don't have a worldview, who don't know economics because economics is not in school. They don't know banking because they haven't been given a piggy bank to put a quarter here. They don't get an allowance to learn how to save. They don't get out. So
access to information is more available. A person today, if they really wanted to go find out and learn for themselves with just YouTube alone, you can get access to doing almost anything. Selling, coding, ChatGPT can learn how to code. You have so many methods of learning today.
Not when you're indoctrinated, you don't. Our children have been indoctrinated.
That part, but you need to go to school to be brainwashed.
Well, YouTube can only teach you the basics. They only teach you the basics. The people that go watch YouTube can barely read. The people that can go watch YouTube are trying to fix them, they might not eat later.
Really?
So they don't have most Americans are poor. They don't have the luxury to learn from YouTube. They're escaping reality.
I think sometimes if you give them an out, they'll run with it. Remember earlier on when you said when you were a kid?
Hold on, here's the out. Before you can even understand life as a kid, they putting a fucking phone in your hand.
Okay.
to entertain you because you're getting on the adults'
I
nerves.
agree with that.
So now you're going to a school system.
That's on the parents though.
But the conditions don't allow the parents to teach, right? So this is what I was taught. It takes a village to raise a child, not a parent. It takes a village.
Do you believe that?
Yes, I believe that wholeheartedly.
It does take a village, and the village doesn't necessarily have to be your family. It's like your community, the school system. When you have a superintendent that's more focused on putting Bibles in schools than he is about them actually reading. You could put all these damn Bibles in school. Can't none of these fucking kids read? Because you're putting a tablet in front of their face and having them press the button and letting it read for them. Like, what the hell? How they gonna learn if they just sitting here having somebody do it for, having technology read it for you? You can't read and comprehend because somebody's telling you what to do.
Totally different. They don't even have homework no more.
No.
Don't bring books home no more.
Nothing.
I mean,
they don't even have books anymore because they're giving them tablets.
And they cutting out classes where the kids can't learn proper history and all that. I mean, it's just,
they never teach the public schools economics at all. If you like, definitely nobody's teaching that. Nobody's teaching how to invest in stocks and stuff. And then it's like you have well, they're saying, well, you can go to YouTube and learn. Yeah, you can go to YouTube and learn. But when a lot of people that are poor, are born, a lot of them kids don't get electronics like that. And I noticed that. Like, my kid has them, but when I go to the ghetto, them kids just be outside running around all day outside. Their parents ain't watching them. They don't have electronics. They don't have all of that until they get a little bit older and their friends have it. But when you're in an environment where you worried about eating and stuff like that, you're not thinking outside of trying to I'm gonna be a millionaire. You have a few people that have that in them because they're different. But when you're born in poverty, that's all you know. You don't see anything outside of that. You think that's normal life. Unless you get exposed to other things and other people that take you places and show you different things. But other than I really see kids that are literally in the ghetto and that's all they know. They don't know anything outside of their lifestyle and they don't see no potential in anything else because they just own this is life. I'm gonna graduate, I'm gonna have a baby, I'm gonna get on food stamps. Seriously, in the ghetto, like the projects, that's how it is. These parents ain't setting them kids up for success. Even if you're in a bad situation, because when we was growing up, though, not my generation, like still maybe y'all generation, y'all parents made education was key. Like I remember, staying with grandma and them, if you come home with a C, you about to sit at that table and you about to read and learn. It ain't no playing outside. That's not being taught now.
Come home, bring the grades, be like, I'll be like, okay, you need to get an A.
Right. You need to do better.
Ain't like that. And then, like I said, they don't bring no books home. It's all electronics. And then
electronics.
Next problems. They don't even teach like they used to teach math.
Yeah, they're dumbing down the kids now. I feel real bad for these future generations because they don't even know how to work. Like, the 20, 23-year-olds and 24-year-olds, they don't know how to work. We have such a high turnover rate because they have no idea what it's like to actually work. They want to be like social media. They want to be like people on YouTube. I'm gonna get my followers up, and then no, somebody has to work. Like you don't come to work and not do shit all day, and then expect to keep a job.
I was raised by the village because my mom was at work. So I had a juvenile worker, I had a court worker, I had a school teacher. My mom was at work. I had a
Make a mutual your self.
People say, boy, I'm gonna tell your mama, I had a village. Miss London, the boy I had a village. And I said, yes, ma'am. When somebody come, pull your pants up, I pull them up. I said, fuck you, bitch. I pull them up. Because I understood the village. So you want this group of children who Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs don't even give their kids these phones.
Yeah.
For our kids to take this phone, and you can make so much money off this phone, but you ain't gonna learn it watching YouTube. I spent 5 years getting millions of views on Facebook, and nobody around me knew how to monetize. Nobody. That blew my mind. That blew my mind that nobody, all these people with phones waking up, getting on social media sites, don't know how to monetize their social media platform.
How do you make money right now?
I got a comedy tour, so I've been on tour for a year. Each interview you have ever seen me done within the last 4 years, I get paid $10,000 per interview.
We haven't paid you.
No, y'all don't.
Yeah.
So
you say like other podcasts you go on.
So I wouldn't go on a big platform as big as this unless it's a mutual benefit, right? So I understand some things is not about money, but it's certain platform because what I have to go entertain in the conversation.
Totally get it.
So man,
but I tell you, also know how to get eyeballs. I mean, you go on a show, you're gonna get eyeballs.
Yeah, and so the most I've been paid is $40,000 for an interview.
Got it.
So I have a website that sells merchandise. So between me, I probably do $50,000 a month in just interviews.
No shit.
And just interviews.
Got
and
it.
then I stream with Aiden Ross. So that's another stream of revenue that comes through. So
by the way, what happened with you and Michael Jordan? Is it true, like the story?
No, that's some bullshit.
The story that he broke up a fight or something?
No, they say he broke up a fight between me and Wack 100. No. I ain't never met Mike.
So that's just a story that's out there that they tell. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Who said that? Paul who?
Paul Mooney.
Respect.
Yeah, Paul Mooney said the greatest joke ever told was told as the greatest truth ever told was told as a joke. The greatest joke ever told was told as a truth. That's why comedians have always had a pass. Because they come to speak our reality and truth in such a way, maybe offensive. So that's why I wanted to bring satire comedy back. Andrew Dice Clay. Man, Glenn Beck, or Howard Stern, or Mal Mabel, Peter, man, all these are satire comedy guys who do a shock jock.
Glenn Beck?
Glenn Beck is he's satire all day. And he's shock jock.
Stop.
Man, shock jock. Yeah. What, man? So during the Hillary and Obama, man, I was tuning in to Glenn Beck. Man, he's a shock jock. And he's good at it.
You like him?
I love him.
Who do you listen to? Who do you watch?
I watch a lot of Fox News. I watch a lot of Trump.
Have you met him?
I was supposed to do the interview with him and Aiden Ross, but I had some bogus charges on me at the time, so I couldn't pass Secret Service clearance. But I ultimately ended up getting the charges dropped. Yeah. So I was attacked by a gang member in a barbershop. He hit me in the head with a gun. And
hit you in the head with a gun?
Yeah, while I was asleep. So I wake up to it being hit in the head with a gun. So and he a well-known killer gang member. And so I went to the car to retrieve my gun. And this is off camera, but I come back through the building trying to secure the building, not knowing where it is. And so my local police department charged me with 2 aggravated assault for going to get my gun after being attacked.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so it took me, man, I spent a lot of money, it took me. So they just dropped all the charges.
This isn't Fort Worth.
This isn't Fort Worth.
So you've never met the president. Okay, so who would you want to meet? Who are the guys that you want to meet? If there's people you'd want to meet, who would it be?
The leader of the National Rifles Association.
The leader of NRA.
Yeah, and I want to meet the leader, the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, sit down and talk to him.
What would you ask him?
We'll become human friends. We'll become friends. Because I can connect with anybody on a human level, white, black. We don't have to be the same color. We got the same experiences as boys, man, being Americans. And I know American history. And white people don't have to like you. But if you know history, you can conversate with them, they'll tolerate you. If nothing else, just to debate you. And they'll ultimately become fond of you. So talking and conversating, I want to meet people that black people think is against us to come back and say if they're really against us. That's how I became a Republican in Texas. After the George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin verdict, I didn't want to join the hateful Black Lives Matter group. I got a loving mother who says, son, God has no respect of person. So my mother, I don't know hate. I come from a loving home. I don't know hate. I had to come play like I'm hateful to fit in a group of people that's hateful. So I didn't want to join the Black Lives Matter group with anger.
You never did?
I never did. I hated it. And plus, I ain't following 3 lesbian bitches nowhere. Not no stud bitches. I might follow a bisexual woman. Yeah, but I ain't following 3 studs.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I ain't following. Yeah, so I wanted to prove to black people because here I am. I got a youth organization that has been highly recommended to all 254 counties throughout the state of Texas. This is white people that's doing it. I'm part of a national organization called Incarcerated Children's Advocacy Network. These are white people bringing me to Washington, D.C. to help me change laws and legislation. Wow. So I'm saying, man, let me see. So I dressed up one day and went to this Republican executive committee. And I was the only young black there, mouthful of gold teeth. And I kept trying to speak on the microphone. And I ran into Greg Abbott's, one of his aides. He said, what do you want to say? I said, man, I remember this party used to embrace niggas. He was a young white boy. So we could talk this language. He a hip-hop white boy. Used to embrace niggas. I want to get him back to embracing niggas. But I noticed the police were starting to profile me and come over here trying to see what's going on. He gave me his card. So the next morning, I called down to the Tarrant County GOP Republican Party and spoke to Jen Hall and Shelley Pritchard. I said, ma'am, I'm a conservative nigga who just so happens to vote Republican. I'm trying to see are they offended by what I'm saying rather than listen to what I'm saying. I'm delivering it very articulate manners. I said I went to the a meeting last night and I was shunned as a black man, mouthful of gold teeth, and I can bring votes in from over here. So they invited me to come down and they adopted me. They took in my youth organization. So I couldn't. Here I am. I'm working in the black community.
Oh.
Basically paying him to be a porch nigga.
Yep.
Like, but I got votes over here I can bring you so they support my organization. You don't feel like you selling out your own community? You don't realize that they're paying you or supporting your organization so you can bring them votes so they can continue to stay in power? You don't see that?
Sometimes people just gotta think. You know what I mean? He's intelligent.
He have some points, but it's like some stuff it's like, really? Like you don't
like he need to take a step back. They ain't looking at him no other way than to utilize him and benefit from him.
Right. You're not an asset. They still don't respect you as a human being. You're still below them, beneath them.
Fighting against black people. But I got all these white people that they say racist Republican. They're sewing into me from the Terrence Starr Republican Women's Club. I'm building a relationship with judges where when black people get in trouble, I say, Yana, he works for me over there. Oh, he does, Charleston? Show us some proof. So I'm building relationships because why would I be a Democrat and there's hardly any Democratic judges? And all my people need judges with a mouthpiece. So I found out that white people aren't really racist. They prejudice. They prejudice. We all prejudice. We all ethnocentric ideology that think it's better than others. We just don't understand each other. So I started bringing niggas around, these white Republican people with dreads and tattoos who had murder cases, and they see redemption in these people because they hear the stories. So now we all partnering together to work with children. We're doing reading programs. So I let the divisiveness of America's culture and temperament at the time, George Floyd killing. So yeah, man, I didn't want to be connected to hate because I was starting to hate, but I wasn't hating white people. I was hating black people. I was watching black people shoot up a 93-year-old woman's house by mistake. And nobody said nothing. I was watching kids get killed, and you have a fundraiser to try to bury the kid, but the gang he died for ain't helping bury him. The black church that he's trying to be buried is extorting the mother for more money. So, I ain't like that. So, I was getting burnt out because I was a struggling father trying to help the community. I became the change I wanted to see. I'm a pre-law student at Texas Western University, just started a youth organization. Car broke down, I'm riding the bus to school. People ride by, see me, so I'm embarrassed by being on the bus stop. Can't take my kids nowhere, but I got a heart to help the community. So at some point, you become frustrated and angry, as most community leaders do. The lack of support. I figured out a way how to self-sustain my organization. I didn't have to apply for no grants. I knew how to sell barbecue, shake down the drug dealers, stop the prostitutes, say y'all can't sell no. So I would shake down the community. I'm gonna call the police on y'all. Why I need to have white people? And I'm helping us.
Sound like somebody I know.
Me telling. Now, I wouldn't be shutting down no neighborhood. I ain't that crazy. Now, if they did something to somebody I know in my family,
He did that for money. He was shaking them down.
I just wasn't to go out and be like, hey, they over here doing this. No.
Hey, you better give me some. Hey, give me some money before I tell. I'll call the police. That's what he's saying.
He said he shook down the whole neighborhood. The whole neighborhood ain't my business.
Right. I'm surprised his ass is still alive. All the shit he been involved in.
That ain't my business.
Yeah.
So black people became my greatest enemy, helping their children. But I'm the ones getting their kids out the juvenile system. I'm the ones setting up to get people license back reinstated. I turned away from everybody. I was having a mental breakdown. Every day, all day. Man, you talking about for almost 7-8 years. And I'm speaking in legislation. I'm doing trainings for the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. And I'm trying to maintain my GPA. Yeah, I had a mental breakdown. And this what caused the breakdown. Because I was used as a political pawn from the power structure. It needed a voice like mine that was dynamic, that challenged the black preachers. And I challenged them and I shamed them. So white people grabbed me and made me a poster child. Used me as a voice piece to go out into the black community to bridge the gap between law enforcement and the black community. So at the time, the federal government had just issued out a national initiative to 6 cities that probably could be the next Baltimore riots. So Fort Worth was one of those cities. It was called 21st 21st century community policing. So he kind of wanted to bring back beat cops where the cops know the neighborhood, put more.
This is in Dallas.
This is in Fort Worth. So they had this program that the police department developed by way of this national initiative that was called procedural justice. Procedural justice was a new training aspect that was brought to new law enforcement to kind of have them more race sensitive, right? And they needed a black voice to go out. So I was one of the main voices that they used.
But what do you? TD Jakes is in Dallas, right? Have you ever done anything with? What do you think about TD Jakes?
He for TD Jakes for his church. He not for the community.
He's for his church, not meaning members of his church.
He mean the Potter's house.
Right.
Meaning a member. He for his church. That's his business. He not for Dallas. We don't see him nowhere doing nothing. His church or nothing. Now they got a prison reentry, but that's for the grant funding for his business.
Do you think he's a net positive to Dallas?
No.
To the black community?
No.
TD Jakes?
No. What do we do other than preach a good message? To make our mothers feel good. Only to come back home and still drink wine and feel better. Playing a pussy with a rose to feel emo better. So all he is a feel-good preacher. No, man. The Bible says what you do for the least of those. I don't see no preacher, no church really doing for the least of those other than the poor churches that's amongst the least of those. You cannot take your big, beautiful church, build it out on the hill away from the people, and think you can still reach the people. They can't walk to that church. And matter of fact, this church is so extravagant, it's ATM machines all over this motherfucker. And when it's time to pay tithes, poor people are excluded out of the black church.
What do you mean?
They're excluded. The preacher make you feel like if you ain't got a soda seed. Who got a soda seed? They make you feel like if you ain't got no money to give. God don't need my money. He need my confessions. So, the black church full of shit. They go for TD Jakes, all of them.
What do you think about Creflo?
Full of shit. Obsolete to the black people.
Right.
They have an audience like I got an audience. If I lose a page, my audience come follow me like they're following. They're not for the community. I started from the community and develop a following.
You don't think TD Jakes is a net positive to community? No. Still,
he preached other. Why is a preacher? How is a preacher?
Well, go back to what you said earlier when you said hip hop or the movies would come to the bad communities and it would convert. So what if somebody doesn't live in Dallas and they live in Kansas, they live in New York, they live in Arkansas, they live in London, and they watch him? They just like the way he delivers his message. Isn't that a net positive?
No.
Tell me why.
What does it do? It make you feel good for the moment. So church make you feel good for whenever. Hey, hallelujah, pastor. You go back to the same problems, same conditions, and most people's lives don't transform.
You don't think people make decisions when they give their life?
No,
when they get baptized?
I think when people give their life to God, they're going through something, they're dealing with something. Soon as shit get back right, they sneaking and having unmerited sex, they still getting drunk, they still masturbating, they still watching porn. I think everybody's full of shit when it comes to God because you're going to do something against God every day. Stop trying to be perfect.
You believe in God?
Yeah, I do. But I ain't trying to live for God. God gave me a choice of free will. I don't want to be a godly man.
You don't want to be
I want to fuck a bunch of women.
So you make that decision?
Yeah. I get God on the deathbed. Yeah, I'm living for me. Fuck God. I believe in it. I get the same blessings if I believe, if I don't.
I do. I'm not in agreement with that. He going to hell by himself.
Oh my goodness.
He said, I believe in God, but I'm not a godly man. I don't want to do none of that.
And say, I want to be a...
Like, comment, whatever. Let us know what y'all think about Charleston White, man.
Charleston White is crazy.
He crazy.
I'm going to pray for him Sunday. I'm going to pray.
Yeah. Well, family.
And their connections.
Share, subscribe.
Oh.
Yeah, he needs Jesus.
He believe in him.